Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Herbal, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why it's important to have cultural differences within a workplace. And it's mainly just because you have to understand that if you want to, open up more opportunities within your company, you need to have a diverse company. You need to have a company with workers that are of different ethnicities, people of different cultures, different people of different races, and just all around have a mixed, society and a mixed bond. Because these type of things open up, a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities. But it's not just about having people of a certain race or of a certain color. It's also about having people who are of different generations, baby boomers, the generation X, the generation Y, the millennials. Those type of people are important to have in your company, especially just having a little bit of all of them because each one has certain strengths. Some generations are the heavy duty workers. They like to get their hands dirty. They like to do all the hard work. Get the pen and paper, get right to it. Then there are those who are more of the the newer era generation, the more tech savvy, the people who grew up with the technology. Those who can expand your company beyond just the normal office grounds and expand their ways of communication via email, text, social media platforms, and even phone call. And that's what's the most important thing about having multi-generational workers as well as multi-ethnic, racial and cultural type workers, because it breaks a lot of barriers, including a very important barrier, which is the language barrier. Because if you are a company that is just, a set English speaking company and you want to expand to, other countries, Eastern Europe or, South America, wherever it may be, and you don't have those type of workers that can, provide that type of language for you, it's going to be kind of difficult. So having that type of diversity is very important. So today I'm going to be getting into just why it's important to have cultural differences within the workplace and just the key elements to it, why it's just so powerful. So one of the main reasons is just generational workers, the Generation X, the Gen Ys, and the millennials, and especially the baby boomers. All of these generations have different types of skills that make them so powerful in the workplace. So to get into one, baby boomers are so important for a company. They are one of the most hardworking generations that we have. They come from an era of the World War II era, and after they're just like they're the old school type of people. They don't understand the works of technology, of how to use a computer or a telephone. They understand how to use a pen and paper and how to just get work done because they take pride in their work. And they don't like to take the easy route as the Gen X's and the Gen Y's and the millennials like to do. They want to take the hard route because they see it as if you can do it the hard way, then you can always do it the easy way. And so, baby boomers kind of, put a little shame on other generations because they don't always like to take the hard route. But they're one of the most important generation workers to have. And the second most important, and they're kind of similar to them, are the Gen X's. The Gen Xers are kind of similar to the baby boomers. They were born a little bit later in the 1900s, almost early 2000s, not really. But they're kind of similar in the sense that their work ethic is the same. They kind of have the same mentality. They are hard workers. Once you put them in a spot to do work, once you give them a task, they attack it. They don't just kind of go around it or just kind of, say, oh, I'll do maybe a little bit of this and a little bit of that, then I'll get to the main thing. No, they attack what they are given. They attack what they must do, and they will provide for the company as much as needed. And what's amazing about the Gen X's is they respect the company's culture. What was built prior to them coming, they build upon that. The culture that was there before them, they build upon it because they respect it. And that's one of the most important things, that the workers before you, they built something for that company. That company was made by people before you, and and you must respect that. Then we have the Gen Ys and the Millennials. They are kind of the techie savvy type people. They're kind of always on their phones. They understand the social media platforms that we have now. They're kind of the newer generation, the late 1900s to 2000 to early 2000s. They understand the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the email, the Skype, whatever it may be. They provide so much to the company that you may not understand, and even though that they don't really understand the concept of, heavy duty work, they allow the company to grow and to communicate outside the walls and outside the country in any way, shape, or form. But after kind of speaking about just the generation, now I'm going to get into the more important thing, which is just the diversity of having that in the company. When you have diversity in your company, you break so many barriers, you open so many doors. Like I said before, when you have people who can speak Spanish, Japanese, French, Chinese, whatever it may be, having that diverse, community and that diverse group of people opens so many doors, breaks those barriers that if you want to expand your company outside of the world and to other places of the world, those workers will allow you to do that because they can help you do that, because they can speak that language, they can understand the language. And that's the beauty. And it's also a thing of respect. You want to show that you are not a discriminative person and your company's not discriminative. You want to have a company where all is welcome. And so with that being said, I would like to just end the video by saying, have diversity. Diversity is one of the most important things to have in a company, especially cultural. And it all ties back to cultural differences, because without cultural differences, a lot of companies would fail because they can't expand, they can't break those barriers, and they just can't open more doors of opportunity. They'll only be limited to that one door. Thank you.